Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just meaning like I mean knowing them.
Yeah.
So you can know. So the thing is, my friend can know what my husband looks like and know if she saw him in a shop that's my husband. But she doesn't know him. They don't sit in the house together. We don't drink together. I mean, like break bread and stuff like that together. We don't go out together. We're not socializing together.
Yeah,
she knows that's my husband, and that's
I understand
it.
that. Like, obviously,
Can I ask Shani?
Hold on, wait a second. Yeah, if you go out with your missus or you go out with your boys, that's two different things. Yeah. However, there is a crossover point, and that's the mutual respect thing. That's this whole fucking tribe that we're in. Like, there needs to be a level of like we can just respect each other's limits because we're all decent people.
Shani,
I think we can't baby our friends, right?
Not knowing who the fuck we are.
We can't baby our friends, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And baby your other half as well. And like you got to put people in situations that where they're going to be tested. Otherwise, you're going to be constantly looking behind over your shoulder to see what's going on.
Let me ask you a question.
But it's important not to be
I'm going to ask a
tested
question to MA and sorry, Shani, to
Speak
MA
another
and Mags. Yeah.
Shani,
What would you? 1 minute, man, Reggie.
1 minute. 1 minute time.
Listen, we've been talking for 2-3 hours, yeah, and basically what the girls are coming up with is the solution to this whole problem is if men are celibate and don't sleep with slags, that will put an end to this whole pollution that we got in our society. Now, do you lot think that that's a good answer to the problem? That men should be celibate.
Sorry, I wasn't even listening to you for a second.
Basically, they're saying that we're saying women are shit, right? Women are trash.
Yeah.
And we're saying where are all the good women? And these lot are saying, well, basically, if you don't sleep with hoes, that's the solution. Just don't sleep with hoes.
It will help.
Yeah.
I think it will help a little bit.
How about they just don't be hoes? How about they just don't be
male
hoes?
celibacy is going to solve the problem of women who work, have their own money, don't look at men as a financial support, have friends and witches' covens, and sit down and chill with each other talking about their men, and they don't confide in their men. They look at their men as enemies. The only reason they see their men as being beneficial is as a security guard in the house and a basically flesh made dildo in the bedroom.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work, is it? That's not going to work. But does it have to be celibacy? Does it have to be celibacy though?
Going to counteract women compartmentalizing men into being nothing more than security guards in the house.
See the celibacy thing with like who made the argument and why does it have to be celibacy as opposed to
stop sleeping with slags,
as opposed to control? Celibacy is celibacy, isn't it? Control is control. They're two different things.
No, but I'm saying where are the good women? And their answer is just don't sleep with the slags.
No,
that's not the right answer, is it? Really?
That's not really that's not the right answer.
So that's where we're at with the argument. I'm saying, and I want these two guys to come in and
your values
contribute
higher as a man. That's the thing. Like you're gonna find a good woman if your values are higher. If you lower your values, you're just gonna find trash, right?
What's the point of me holding on to my values?
Can't. Pause a second, bro. Pause a second. You're doing this mad thing again, bro. Listen. At the end of the day, how are you gonna start telling me about value? I'm not the one with the vagina. Vagina holds value. Vagina is real estate. Yeah. And like we said in the beginning, yeah, you want one man populating your real estate. Yeah. That's all that should be going on. And if you look was dealing with man like that and only letting one man populate your real estate, certain things like even sexually transmitted disease, they wouldn't exist. Who would have it?
Because no woman won't be sleeping with no one. Schiffer, this is such a confusing viewpoint from you. You're a man who has multiple baby mums, right?
Well, it might exist,
but 1 second. The reason why I'm saying that, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying, like, you didn't uphold values enough that you stayed with one woman, or you maybe had.
You can't say that.
1 second. 1 second.
You can't say that.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
You have to establish how those relationships.
Yes, wait a second. So this is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Thank you, Jedi. But I haven't finished because Jedi, you cut me unfairly, right? So I haven't finished. The point that I was going to make is you can have multiple baby mothers and within Islam, right? But they're your wives. But what I'm saying is, like, you're not setting. You're having these ideas that women are trash and they had with one man. They should. But again, you're not putting into your ideas that women are actually like the ones you've been with. In the sense of this woman now was in a relationship, she had a baby, and then she's no longer in that relationship. So she's now a woman that's already had sex, already has a baby, and is single. Now she's looking for another man. because you left her or because the relationship ended.
Oh, well.
You're talking about these women populating themselves and whatever, and her self being real estate and all this stuff. But you're just renting out houses, Shifa. You ain't buying shit. That's all. You're just here renting out houses. And you're talking about real estate. Buy something.
Right.
Hurry up.
All right. Yeah, no, I love the analogy. I was confused for a minute, but I get that analogy. But all I would say is, yeah, maybe him not buying the previous real estates wasn't his fault, which is what we like. Because I think you got a point. While you chatting this traditional talk, you ain't married. But let's clarify that it was his fault and his decision why he's not married. Let's clarify that.
Okay, he's moving all his furniture into this property, and then the house is full. It's falling through. The sale's falling through. Right. Make sure the sale is done before you put all your stuff in the house.
Do your stuff in the house.
Yeah.
You could cry me about 7 rivers with your sentences, man. But
I hear you.
Obviously,
Shifa, you're not listening.
Yeah.
You're being
do you know what? I'm not even got 2 sentences out.
What I was saying.
I even got 2 sentences
to what I said.
out.
You said you're crying me a river, which means that you weren't listening to what I said.
I was listening to everything you said.
You're saying that I'm being emotional.
No, I'm saying you could have cried me a river, everything that you said without dribble. Like, I'm gonna say this to you, yeah. 9 times out of 10, yeah, and in my personal situation, I can verify that it's every single time. It's the woman usually is the one that wants to mash up the relationship, that wants to do some type of F-freeze all the time. And this is the thing. You see, what I've come to realize from women, yeah, and even from my own mother to an extent. So I'm not like trying to sit like, I don't put my own mother outside of these brackets. Only one I'd put outside of this bracket is like grandma, yeah. But once you get past grandma, you're all in this bracket, yeah?
Oh, how they try to brainwash me. Great Britain is my mother country. But when I remember the triangle, how they bought and sold.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mr. Alio killed it.
That was that was sick.
Sorry, Shifa.
Yeah,
I had to.
That was a good distraction as well because it fucked me up a little bit. It threw me off.
Sorry,
so basically, where was I? What was I saying again? So basically, yeah, even mums and like aunties, they're not like outside of the reach of what I'm saying, innit? And basically, like I said, I would get grassed up on if I cheated with a girl. Girls will grass you up fast. Yeah? But you see, if a girl cheats on a man, they ain't grassing up shit. Yeah, you see, to make matters even worse, yeah, you see these girls, yeah, they expect us to put up with all of these behaviors and all of this nonsense, all of this dribble that they're giving us, telling us cry me a river type of nonsense. When you'll be a good man like Zulu will probably find a woman, yeah, and she's gonna take his good-heartedness for weakness. When she violates him, yeah, and cries wolf, all of these women are gonna run to the rescue, yeah. And you can change a good-hearted man like Zulu's life. He can go from hero to zero in moments because some woman just made up a lie. Yeah, and they made these little fraternities where they come and demonize you. Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, and then you have to understand this.
Can we just quickly,
at the end of the day, end of the day. Hey, listen, I'm not finished. I let you dribble.
Can you put back to left in the back and let Zulu jump on?
Oh,